Hi. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm having some technical difficulties. It must be the distance with Mandy being in Australia. Could you bear with me or with us? So I welcome you to the space, to Complete Collective Conversations in Flow. We hope that we can get it flowing very, very soon. So if you just bear with me, I'm just going to come out of the studio quickly. Well, I'm just sending her a message. Okay. I hope you guys are all right. Let me just get comfortable. I'm waiting for Mandy to come back in. Hopefully we'll be able to hear each other. So, as I always say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Let's see if she can hear me now. Can you hear me?
Yes, it was my fault.
We are live while you're getting comfortable.
I wanted to set it on my kitchen, but the tripod didn't work, so this is good enough. Let's just do it from here.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're live, right?
What time is it there? Tell them all what time it is there, that you're dedicated to this coming on and appearing on the show.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning, so I wake up at 4 o'clock. I woke up at 4:05 a.m. and I'm like, Karen, I'm gonna sleep for another 15 minutes. But then I got up in like less than 10 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm up. Yeah.
Well, welcome to this space. I was just welcoming my audience. Let me make sure that everybody can see me. Am I in the right place? All right, yeah, this camera. Yeah, we're adjusting ourselves. You know what us ladies are like. It's our prerogative to get in the right position.
Yeah, I literally just woke up, brushed my teeth, and got dressed quickly, so I'm here now for you.
Okay, all right, my darling. So I'm just saying to everybody, welcome to space. I'm just going to set my space with my unconditional spray. Yep, and you can't even see it. It's been one of those days. Lots of different things coming in to kind of distract you from what you're aiming to do. But I'm so glad to be here right now. So again, I'm welcoming my special friend and guest, Mandy Vibes, all the way from Australia. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. So how are you, my love? Apart from like getting up so early in the morning, how are you feeling?
I'm really excited. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, just
good.
Because our conversations are always epic, so gonna let you lead and let's do our thing.
All right. Okay. So, what I wanted to do is to introduce you as how we met. Yeah. So how we met. So we met in Australia, but we met before then, didn't we? Did we meet before then online? I can't remember. Or did we meet the first time face to face? You were on Brandon's masterminds, weren't you?
Yeah, I think it was like we were all gonna go to Bali and we had to pick a partner to get to know them before then. And out of everyone, when I first saw a picture of you, I grabbed you straight away. I wanted Karen because for me, you looked safe. You looked like you were warmth and embrace, and I felt like you wouldn't hurt me. Whereas, yeah, you just had that goddess, like grandma love that I felt like I know she won't hurt me. So I'm a Karen, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I remember the first night that we met was it the first night or the second night? We make the second night, wasn't it? Because the first night we were at one villa and then we moved to the second villa, the main villa. So I can't remember. It seems so long ago. So many things happened in that time. Do you remember? So you was at the airport, you got stuck there, then we couldn't find you, and there's so many different things happened. It was like a whirlwind to the beginning.
Yeah, like you yeah, you're like, you were and you are so beautiful, because I was like so just being me, just talking all day long about everything, and you're just so patient and quiet. I'm like, but you would never tell me to shut up, and I'd be like, Karen, I wonder if there's a part of you that wants to tell me to shut up, and especially when we're sleeping at bed, because we shared the same room every night, and that's when I would go on and on and on, and you would just look at me and you'd smile, and I'm like, I wonder if you want me to tell. I wonder if you want me to shut the hell up, but you wouldn't say anything.
All right, I'm going to give everybody a bit of context then. Yeah, so we went to Bali. There was 10 of us, up and coming coaches, or people, or coaches, people who were already coaches, but we were kind of honing our skills, learning new things. And yeah, as Mandy says, we shared a room right down in the bottom of this beautiful villa. It was like, it had an infinity pool, it had a tree house, it had the fruits. As we walked from our bedrooms, we could pick the fruits of I think it was pawpaw, from above our heads before we went into breakfast. We started off with yoga and meditation, and we were really in the thick of things, and we kind of got so close that we learned everybody's shadow side and light side. Remember, we experienced so much together. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And I know that some of us had gone through, well, actually most of us had talked about our difficult and challenging times. And I know that for you, you were going through a challenging time along with many of us. And what I admire about you, and why I called this interview SuperMUM, even though you don't think you're a SuperMUM, is what you've been through and the revelations and the growth and expansion that you have presented to me in all of our conversations. Yeah. So I want you to kind of talk about yourself a little bit. Yeah. With regards to who you are, maybe what you do.
Yeah. Okay.
And your girls.
Okay. So my name is Mandy Vibes. I am just like a regular single mum living in normal suburban area, doing an office job 9 to 5 that I absolutely adore. I just have that really typical single suburban mum life, but I love it so much. And I think because it all starts within. I've never actually been dissatisfied in my whole life up until recently, because when I got divorced, I don't know, 2 years, I can't remember, when I got divorced ages ago, I looked in the mirror and I didn't like myself. I didn't love myself. I wasn't the mother that I wanted to be. And so I was like, and for the first time in my life, I found myself single. So I'm 32 years old now. I started dating when I was 12 years old. So I actually do not know how to function without a man telling me that he loves me, without a man validating my worth. And so for me, it was like I was like a drug addict. I was like disabled. I don't. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? I don't like myself. What do I do? And so I think, like many other women and men out there, I have compassion for them when they jump from relationships to relationships. Because if I didn't have my 2 girls, that's exactly what I would have done. But when I didn't have any self-worth, and when I was like an addict, I had that little spark in me, that love for my girls, that kept me focused on the road to healing. Because I didn't know with my spirit, I didn't feel with my spirit, but I knew with my mind and common knowledge that as a female figure, a significant female figure in my daughter's life, that they were going to mirror me, and I was going to serve as the biggest role model. And I swear there was no way in hell that I was going to give them a half-assed role model. Like I was able to separate me and the role model, as if me and the future stuff, and I was like one baby step at a time. And it took me like freaking 2-3 years to get to where I am. Nothing has changed externally. I'm still a single mom. I still got 2 girls, but there's so much that's changed within me that it's like there's so much joy and love in me. And I can see myself how my like I can see the gradual process, how as my fear disappears and I enter into my spirit and my egos die, how it reflects the differences in my words, my actions, how I live, and my values. Because
Okay.
at the end of the day, action speaks louder than word, and action is the ultimate teller of the growth, really, because talk is bullshit.
I should have done a disclaimer about your language.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's like you be yourself. What I wanted to do is I want to give a bit more context, because when I met you, you had just gone through your divorce, yeah, or you were going, yeah, and the pain that you felt.
Divorced. I
you
just
weren't divorced.
separated, so I wasn't even divorced. I was separated, so it was that fresh. 9 years in, and just recently divorced. I recently separated, so it was really fresh.
Yeah. And I remember the pain and the questions you asked. You asked me loads of questions, as you said. You talked all the way through the night to kind of establish what you felt about yourself through me. And you asked me many questions. There's a great learning, and it was a great exchange, because obviously I'd been through a divorce many, many years before. And so I could relate to your pain, even though it was different circumstances. I understood the feeling of, dare I say, the F word, failing at being a wife, or maybe being the woman that you wanted to be, the dream that you had foreseen, that you were going to be in this relationship or this marriage for whatever. And so I remember the pain that you went through. So can you describe, and I know I'm taking you back there, but I know that we've talked so much about that pain and the revelations. And I just want people to understand that we can be in that dark valley place and then come out to be where you are now, and everything that you're achieving and what you're doing with your girls, and how you've processed even the relationship with your ex-husband, how you set boundaries. I mean, it's so important. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I so much admire you, where you 100% put your boundaries in, and you didn't kind of sway or mix them up. And so he was very much aware of where he stood and about his responsibilities. So that's what I wanted people to understand.
First and foremost, before I go any further, I don't talk to my ex at all. I barely communicate. I communicate as much as I need to. Having said that, I respect him as a father, as a human being, and I don't want to talk about him, because I want to be like, I treat people the way I want to be treated. I wouldn't want him to talk about me in public, so I wouldn't do that. So let's leave that there, yeah? Because I really respect that. I really honor that. Okay, and now let's focus on me.
Okay.
When we first separated, I allowed myself to be bitter for 2 days. I allowed myself to blame the world for 2 days. At that point in my life, at 29 years old, I had enough wisdom and maturity to feel my feelings, because prior to that, I had read lots and lots of angel books, self-help books, and spiritual books. So when I allowed myself to feel bitter and blame everything and everyone for 2 days, oh my God, I felt so much negativity in me. I felt so much restriction. And I'm like, actually, I'm the one who's hurting me by feeling bitter, because I feel the tense, I feel the anxiety. So I only allowed myself to feel bitter for 2 days. After 2 days, I said to myself, I refuse to feel bitter. Now I'm going to fill myself up with positivity. Despite the pain that you go through, despite how you feel, you are powerful, because you always have the ability and full control to decide how you are going to respond, what you're going to think in your mind, and what you say, your actions. And so although I was going through the pain and whatnot, I always focused on myself. I never, ever blamed him after that 2 days, because I said to myself that if it had happened, then it was meant to happen. And how do I know? Because it fucking happened. So why the hell would I spend my time wishing for something to be different? Because that is non-acceptance. And non-acceptance to reality gives you anxiety, gives you worry, gives you stress, because you cannot change the past. Hold that truth and know that truth. Now, once you hold that truth that you can't change the past, and I think it's acceptance of what it is and surrender that whatever happens, it meant to happen. And I think that's called faith, because I think faith is like you believe that better days are coming. You believe that there is a white light. You can't see it. You can't feel it. You're in the depth of pain, but you believe, because faith is like blind believing. And that's what I held on to. So that first and foremost. And then from the last 3 years, the only thing I ever did consistently, always focus on yourself. When I say that, I mean, how can I be a better person? How do I improve? How do I build my character? How do I build my strength? Anytime I felt like life had punched me in the face several times, because at that point in my life, every time I tried to move forward, something would happen that would pull me back. It would pull me back. And it's also like but I knew I always had a choice: either be bitter and complain, or fuck it. Okay, what can I learn? How can I turn this mess into my blessing? How can I turn this this so-called negative situation into a lesson? Because I don't believe anything is a real mistake, or it's kind of like, don't use your pain in vain. Use it to grow you and develop you, because not everyone is so blessed like you to go through that pain, because that pain, it's like, it's what carves you into a beautiful human being with compassion, understanding, and wisdom. And I feel like only pain can do that. So the fact that you've been blessed with pain, own that shit. Like, feel blessed. You know, at the time, I didn't know that, but this is what my future self is looking back, and it was like, I owned my shit. Whatever pain I went through, I owned it. I would allow myself to feel the pain, you know, I never, and because, you know, divorce and separation is so fresh, there's always gonna be hurt and fear. If you act in hurt and fear, you manifest more hurt and fear, because what you give, what's that word, Karen? What you give out comes back to you, right?
All right. So like karma, the karma.
Yes. Yeah. What comes out goes around. And it's just be very, very careful during the first stages of the separation and divorce, because you're obviously hurt and bitter and angry. So at that point in my life, that very fresh stage, I don't think I've ever hurt him or said anything to intentionally hurt him, because I would always ask myself before I spoke to him, before I took any action, is this coming from love for my girls? Is this going to benefit my girls? That's the only question I ask myself. And I'm very honest with myself. Is saying this going to benefit my girls? Is doing this going to benefit my girls? If the answer was yes, I was going to go straight into it. If it wasn't, I was going to retract, because it was no longer about proving my worth to him. It was no longer about trying to work the marriage out, because when I tried my best to work to, you know, make the marriage work, and it didn't, I said to myself, Mandy, at least you will never hold regret, because you did the best you could with all you could. When we broke to the girls that we were that we went along together, I saw how much pain my girls were in, so much pain. I fucking made a vow to myself, I'm never gonna back in this relationship, because I'm not gonna hurt my. I felt like I had no control over the marriage breakdown, because it wasn't me who fell out of love. It wasn't me who didn't want things to work out. I felt like I had no control over that. What I did have control over was what I was going to do after that. Okay. I was going to heal myself. I was going to be a motherfucker good mom, and I was going to learn to know my worth, because I didn't have worth, and I was going to be a really good mom. I knew that much, even though like, yeah, I think
I know. I can pay witness to that, because obviously I've been on the journey with you from more or less day one to now, and the conversations that we've had. What I admire is the conversations you had with your girls, the questions that you asked them, and the questions they asked you, and the answers you gave them. So you were very authentic and transparent about who you are, what you're going through, and it's just a pleasure to see them grow from that time to where they are now.
Yeah, like, look, I look, so my girls at the time was very young. They were hurt, and I could see it. They were hurt. They were confused, right? By the time they were so young, and I was hurt. So during I think the first few months when they were with their dad, right, I would take advantage of that time on my own to roll myself into the ball and cry and cry and cry. And I did that for months. And I'm sorry, but life goes on. I gotta put food on the table. I have a job to hold. So I would actually go into the office, do my 9 to 5, but it's not really 9, it's flexible hours, but it's still full-time hours. I go in, do my job, come home, roll into a ball and cry for hours. And even though I was crying for hours, there was this deep joy and happiness, this underlying, because I knew I was healing myself. I knew that. And so when I had my girls, I was always a bit of a better mum, because when I didn't have them, I wasn't going looking for guys. I wasn't going partying. I wasn't going to bury my pain. I didn't use anyone or anything to put a band-aid on me or try to validate me. I exposed myself to myself. I learned, because there's that saying that, how can you love yourself if you don't know who you are?
Yes.
How do you know who you are if you don't even spend time with yourself? Like, and if you don't understand this concept, think about as a relationship between a man and a woman, or intimate relationship. How can you claim to love the person that you're with authentically if you don't know who they are? How do you cannot know who they are if you don't spend time with them. Now, I'm not talking about going on a date watching movies, going on a date doing so and so, because those are all distractions that stops you from getting to understand their soul, their spirit. That can only happen when there's no activity going on and you guys are just there, you two, and you're talking. Because through words, you understand their spirit, you understand their mind, you understand their heart. So that's what I started doing for me. I wouldn't watch TV, I wouldn't do anything, and I'll sit there and I'll feel my feelings and I would observe the thoughts in my mind. And that's when I'm like, oh, that's what I think of myself. Oh, that's how I feel. And then that's how I was able to identify my shadows, my fears, my hurt, and my pain. And one by one, I healed it. So it was like, Mandy, I'm gonna be there for you, babe. I'm gonna love you so well, and I'm gonna let nobody hurt you. And I can guarantee you that, because I'm there for you. And I think living on earth, that's 110% guaranteed that you're always gonna be loved consistently. The love that you have for yourself. And that's a choice that you make daily. Yeah.
So I hear you, but there's so many people, and especially young people at this time, actually all ages, because people are going through divorce or losing loved ones and stuff. And the way the world is so materialistic that a lot of relationships can be, or maybe, I'm not saying all, I'm saying a lot, can be quite shallow and superficial. So as you're saying, if you don't know yourself, how can you love someone else? And it's that mind, because I had a conversation today with like 2 people where their mind is telling them that they're not good enough. And no matter how much they try to pull out of that state, the mind is taking over the heart. It's taking over, that gut feeling of knowing who you are or who you're supposed to be. The mind is chattering. And that's that's the most difficult part for people, because the mind is so strong. The mind tricks you. And so that's what I wanted you to kind of talk a little bit more about, how you quieten the mind and went to the heart and to the stomach, to
Oh
that gut
God, I'm like
feeling.
vibrating. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're
Okay.
vibrating. I can feel it.
Yeah, I can feel it. I'm gonna just like take a moment because I don't want to rush it.
Okay.
Everyone's life journey is so unique. I feel like before you came to Earth, you made an agreement of your unique journey. So what I am about to advise you of my journey, all the audience who's ever watching, do not follow me if it doesn't feel right to me. Do what feels right to you and honor yourself. I'm what I did felt right to me. Okay, just to me. So and that's where we talk about understanding and compassion, because you allow people to live their journey the way they're meant to live it out, and you just observe it, and if you don't like it, turn the other cheek and focus on yourself. That's it. So how did I do that? Here it is. The Power of
Oh,
Now by Eckhart
okay.
Tolle. Like I didn't even plan that, but look, I bought this book like 4 times. I've given it away 4 times, because every time I give it away, 6 months later, I'm like, oh, I really need it again. But read this book.
So I'm going to stop you there. So read something from that has changed you, or helped you to shift.
Okay, look, I just ran. Look, I was just reading that, so I'm just gonna just This is random, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna read one paragraph.
Okay.
Okay. So when you listen to a thought, you are aware not only of the thought, but also of yourself as the witness of the thought. A new dimension of consciousness has come in. As you listen to the thought, you feel a conscious presence, your deeper self. Behind or underneath the thought, it was there. The thought then loses its power over you and quickly subsides, because you are no longer energizing the mind through identification with it. This is the beginning of the end of involuntary and compulsive thinking. Okay, I got it. So how I quieten the mind and weaken the mind to live in my spirit. So what Eckhart Tolle, the author, is saying is that your thoughts and the things that comes in your mind, it's not you. You are the presence. You are the God within. You are purity. The you that's able to observe and be aware of that thought, that's you. That's your thought. So example, this is my thought. Mandy, you're so ugly. You're so worthless. Your husband left you, and you can't even get your husband to love you and keep you. You're like so shit. I'm observing that. I'm observing that. See, I'm able to detach. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna keep on observing. And then because I'm observing, I can see that's not me. It dies off. But what most people will do, and what I used to do, that's the thought, and I'm attaching to it.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me. Yeah. That's me. No, that your thought is not you. And you can actually separate it like that. And the more, yeah, the separation, the distance happens more when you become the awareness, the observer. And the way you do that is in a quiet place, in peace. A lot of people are very scared to be by themselves doing nothing, because when they're by themselves, they're like that. And so for them, they can't handle themselves. But the more you practice, it gets easier. It gets easier, because the first time when I was with myself, trust me, it hurts. That's why, and that comes back to the topic when you said that there's a couple, right? And their mind. This is the thing. A lot of people want a beautiful relationship. They want like this ideal, but they're not willing to work on themselves to be the ideal. I honestly believe you gotta be solid and strong within yourself before you enter a relationship, because your outer circumstances is simply a reflection of your inner circumstances. So if you're whole and empowered and in spirit, by law, you cannot be attracting something that is empty. that is trauma, you see. But a lot of people are not willing to stay single, because staying single hurts when you carry a lot of baggage and trauma. And I believe almost everyone has baggage and trauma. I think I'm the only person I know, besides one other beautiful girl that I know, that is actually happy to stay single. I'm happy to stay single to focus on myself and my girls. And in the start, it was hard. But every day, as I focus more on myself and my girls, the more love I have for myself, I'm then able to transfer that love to my girls, because you cannot give what you don't have. And that just makes me really enjoy being single. I didn't recognize the girl I was 3 years ago. I don't recognize her. I didn't even recognize the girl I was 6 months. That's how amazing growth is. You don't.
Yeah.
You look back and you're like, I can't believe it. Yeah.
So there's so many different.
Sorry.
Say it again.
Okay. So every growth that I go through, every wisdom that I have, I share it with my girls. But I speak in a language that they understand. Yeah. But I don't think I've necessarily touched this topic on them. Everything else I have, but not this one. I think they're not. Yeah, they might not be. But I try it the next time I have them, about the awareness.
Yeah. That's what I love about you, because obviously we share this in our sometimes we're on the phone for a long time. And it might be early hours in the morning for you, or for me, depending on how we catch each other, or so I just admire what you're doing and how you're doing it. So there's also other things that you're doing. You're also looking at, so it's not just about the spiritual health and the mental health, you're also looking after the physical health and how you've changed your body and what you're putting into your body, and you're the one that's introduced me to the medical medium. And I haven't got my book with me here, but it's on the bookshelf.
Oh my god, I remember now. You see how everything happens for a reason. The reason why I made a note to tell everyone not to follow what I'm doing, that I was only giving them my journey, because I wasn't going to talk about this, but it popped up next to me. I was going to talk about, I honestly believed I healed my spirit through food, because when you heal your body, you heal your soul. Your soul resides in your body. It's kind of like a dirty man walks into a clean house with shampoo, conditioner, he's going to get cleaned. So that dirty man's like your soul. Your soul is dirty, but if the body is clean, the soul will get cleaned. And that energy just fucking popped up. So and like so every time I felt really, really hurt, every time I was in pain, I would treat myself like a baby. I would go to the fruit and vegetable market. I'd be like, Mandy, what do you want? And I'd buy beetroot, and then I'd boil it, drink in the water, and I'd be like, oh, this is red symbolizes love and healing. You're gonna drink this. And then I would always cook myself a nourishing meal. It will always be fruit, vegetables, because you are what you eat. So if you're eating fruit, vegetables, wild food and herbs, you're eating love. You're eating, like, you're grounding yourself, because and you're eating love and trust and beauty. I was looking at Instagram, and this lady was like, she said, at the age of 30, I held pork in my fork, and I said to myself, this symbolizes fear, pain, and suffering. And I was like, and isn't that real? Like, isn't that real? See, I'm not, look, you can eat meat, and I do eat chicken. So I'm not gonna say I'm against anything, because that's not right, because I eat it. But meat actually is the energy of fear, because when an animal is about to get killed, it knows that. So you're eating that fear, and you are what you eat. Processed food, I think processed food is so confusing, it's so artificial, that I think you become artificial, which translates to human term superficial, confused, because processed food is so unnatural and so confusing. That's what it is, right? You are what you eat, right? So when you consume that, you become a confused person. You become superficial and artificial. So when you're eating soulful food, spiritual food, food from the sun, you become that. You become that. And that's why food to me isn't just food. Every bite that I have, I am in gratitude of Mother Earth, of God, of Earth, of universe. I don't know. You can say whatever you want, but I am in deep gratitude. And I think that's why I am consistently always in a state of joy, because I'm eating at least 3 times a day. So at least 3 times a day, when I'm preparing my meals and when I'm eating, I'm feeling this deep reverence that I am you, you are me. You know, and yeah, and it's because, you know, joy, happiness, it's a daily practice. It's not like I feel it and then, oh, that's it, I can go off and start eating shit and start backstabbing and I be good. No, like feeling good is a daily practice. Learning to treat people the way you want to be treated is daily practice, because in life, people are going to test your patience. But those who test your patience, they are bringing out your shadows, because if there was no buttons to, like, if you had no buttons to press, they couldn't press it. So thank those who trigger you, because they're triggering it in you so that you can heal it, because you cannot heal what you don't acknowledge. So if you can acknowledge that anger, that pain, that jealousy, dive deep into it, be fearless, feel it, because until you feel it, you cannot let go. Feel it to heal it, to release it. Feel it to heal it, to release it. Yeah.
Okay.
So food and being in silence. So when, so look, as a single mum, when I have my girls, they know mummy needs quiet time. Mummy has quiet time during bedtime. After I tuck them to bed, it's my quiet time. But they still want me and whatever. That's okay. But when I don't have them, my God, I am like an antisocial freak. I need to go out. I need to go out to buy.
Unless you're talking to me.
It's like I need to go out to buy food and to see my family, really. And like even like social stuff. Like I do go out socially, but very, very rarely, like really rarely. Like I just love spending time with myself. That's how much I love myself, that I would choose myself over a lot of things except my family and food.
And not to forget, you have been doing some volunteering as well.
I stopped that. Yes, so
yeah, but you were doing it, weren't you?
Yes, I was. But I gotta be careful what I say, because I know they might be watching this. So okay, so yes, so I volunteered when I don't have my girls every Fridays to prepare and deliver food to the disadvantaged. It's called the Sick Van. But I felt like, I'm gonna word this very carefully because maybe one of them will be watching. It was bringing me more drama than I wanted. I felt like my intention of going there was to help. I felt like it was bringing me more drama than I was helping, because you know when the organization have males involved and the male is the organizer and there's other males, there's too much drama, mate. Like there's too much, you know. And it's like I don't even like anyway.
Okay, shall I help you there? Shall I help you there? Yeah. So what happened is, so what you felt, I'm just moving some stuff around. What you felt is that you have you've been working so much on yourself that you were vibrating at a higher level, that when you went into that environment, the maneuvering between like other people maybe not feeling good about themselves or having their own kind of shadows and haven't dealt with it, was bringing a lower vibration that did not match your vibration, so you felt uncomfortable. So it's like a vibrational energy.
Yeah. See? Okay, cool. I'm going to translate that to my 9 to 5.
Okay.
I felt like it was a baggage. I was bonded and I wasn't serving. Like I felt like going there. See, I follow my heart. I follow how I feel. I honor myself. When I went there, I felt burdened. I felt heavy. I felt like they don't even need me. There's 20 other people, or there's 15, 10 other people that can do the same thing I can. So really, there's no need to me to be there. So any drama in there that's bringing to me, it was like, I don't even want to mess with this drama. Like, I just want to go home and be in peace. And so it came to the point where I actually I disabled my old messenger for a different reason, but it was a coincidence, because I was so ready to drop all of those people. I was so ready to move on with my life and to just, you know, meet the newer version of me. You get what I'm trying to say? I was just ready.
Yeah.
And so I never looked back. So if they messaged me in my older one, I wouldn't even know, because I'm not going to log in. I've never looked back. And a couple of them followed me on Instagram. I actually low-key made them unfollow me because my Instagram is all about woman empowerment. Male said there is no for these male, there is no you're not benefiting from my content. My content is more woman empowerment. So if you're looking at my content, it's like it might be for other genders. I don't know. I just think I'm just thinking in my head, just maybe
right.
crazy.
So I will always pull you back from that place and say to you, then you're giving them female content, female empowerment. So maybe they, as a male, they can learn about how they can empower a female in the future because of what you're saying. It's like, as you said, what you don't know, you don't know what you don't know until you know it.
You don't know what you don't know. That's right. You don't know what you don't know.
And so you could be someone that's giving them the education to be able to understand how to empower a woman and also how to empower themselves. Yeah. So self-love is right across the board, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm just I'll always put it out there.
You're completely right. Look, how about this? I'm not going to justify what I did. I did it because it felt right. And after I did it, I felt liberated. That's all I'm going to say. Because I feel like you talk to 10 different people, there's going to be 10 interpretations. There's no wrong and right. But what will always be the truth is that when you follow and honor yourself, and after you do what you feel and you feel expansive and you feel liberated, you know that's the right GPS direction. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end it, because
high five.
Yeah, because these guys, I love them to death as human beings with love and light. Every people and everyone that I've known that volunteer, I love them to death with love and light. But I love you to death in an impersonal way. I love you because the fact that you chose to be here on earth this time, you're a bloody hardcore soul. I love you in that way. But I don't want to interact with you, and I don't want to spend my time and energy with you, because I can see that you are no longer growing me and I'm no longer growing you. And my life is so precious right now that I'm just focusing on growing. And that's it. That's why I left volunteering, because they're not growing me, I'm not growing them. And for me, that's too superficial. If we're not growing each other, that's superficial according to my standard. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. As I say, preach it, Mandy, preach it.
Yeah, man. Remember last time you were like, Mandy, I see you as this powerful thing, like you're holding swords and you're like cutting through shit and you're cutting people off your life, and you're like, I don't give a shit. That's legit me right now. I fucking cut you off my life if you're not growing and I'm not growing you. Because when you live in spirit, superficial things becomes very obvious, and you're like, okay, this is how I think. Everything is constantly moving. Energy is constantly moving. So if it's going to move, make sure it's moving in the direction of growth and expansion. Otherwise, it's going to be constriction and backward moves. It's constantly moving. It doesn't stay still. So when you're engaging in a relationship, it's either growing you or bringing you down. So that's why I get a spear and I'll chop you off. But when I chop you off, that spear is love and light, because I won't hold any anger or grudge, because I ain't got none. It's more like I'm focusing on my growth. That's all I'm doing. Nothing to do with you or to do with me, because I am loving me and choosing me. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
You're so strong.
Things are constantly moving. Everything's always moving. So if it's not growing, it's making you go backwards. What are you going to choose, babe? What are you going to choose? When you think like that, it's so obvious what the answer is. Just cut it off. Yeah, that's why.
I'm just checking to see if there's any questions, but
When you think like that, it's so obvious what the answer is. Just
that was it. Like, right, okay. So I was just checking to see if there's any questions. I can't see any here. So talking about food, you're going to demonstrate something for us, aren't you?
How long we got? How long we got, Karen?
We've got well, we've got enough time. There's always enough time, right? No?
Okay, because my morning routine is I have celery juice, and then after at least half an hour, I'll then have my heavy metal detox smoothie. And then like after that I just removed like 7 metal fillings yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And
wow.
Anthony William recommends that you shouldn't remove it all at once because of the metal poisoning, that whatever symptoms you have, it will be worse. But I'm such a impatient, hardcore motherfucker that I just did it. Like I all 7 filling, it cost me $1,225, and that's actually cheap, because if I went to someone else, it would have cost me double the price. But I said to myself, Mandy, you're probably gonna get poisoned, but that's okay because you got the heavy metal detox smoothie and you got the coriander. So I'm gonna show you my fridge, okay? So
okay, we're following you, and I'm gonna check online for any questions as well.
Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, all right. I love it.
So that's my fridge. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
That's my.
It looks so loving.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. So can you see? Look, that's my fridge at this point in time. That's my fridge.
Wow.
I eat. I've been eating instant noodles for dinner. Couple of days now. Yesterday and the day before that, because I love it. So I have instant noodles and vegetables and stuff. It's one of those food that I know it's not good, but I love it. Anyway, always potatoes. Celery. So can you see like all this coriander? I bought it yesterday. I pretty much have like almost half of this for lunch fresh, and for dinner fresh. I put in a sushi roll because I just did my teeth, so I'm probably like hardcore poisoned now. And coriander, or you guys might call it cilantro.
Yeah.
From the body. So that's what I'm doing. Like I'm eating like more than a whole bunch a day fresh, because only eating it fresh will do its magic. If you eat it cooked, it won't do its magic. Yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And depending on the size of the celery, I will juice 2 whole celery and drink every morning. 32 ounces.
Massive.
That's 1 liter. So this, I think I'm gonna have to do 2 whole celery. Do you want me to do it and show everyone how I do it?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right, let's do that. Now,
I'm just looking at the size of that celery compared to what I've got in my fridge.
Oh, really? I'm gonna actually do 2 of this. Now I need to position. You tell me when you can see the cold presser, okay?
Okay.
What I'm gonna do, I've got the Vitamix as well. I'm gonna move the Vitamix out.
Okay.
Yep. Because Vitamix and which is a blender, and omega-3, the cold producer, is life. Like I use it for, like, if you're gonna heal, you need that too. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I don't know how to position this.
Okay, I'm just gonna answer some questions here.
Oh, can you see that? So what am I doing? Okay, so I need it to be like that.
I can see you. I can see you.
That's good angle, yeah. You can see the juice.
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah.
Is that good angle?
Yeah.
Okay. So what Mandy does is put on an apron.
She puts on an apron. Okay.
Yes, I do. I always put on an apron. So what I do is, first thing when I wake up every morning, I will put on music, music, and then I would do my bed sheets and clean up the kitchen a bit from yesterday, and do my celery juice. Okay. So and then let me just. Can they? Oh shit! Sorry. Yep. So gonna. So I cut the roots out, and then I cut the roots out, and then I cut that. So I have 1 liter every morning. I've been having it for months now. I used to do half a liter. No, I used to do 16 ounces. So I'll show you. This is for my daughter. It's 8 ounces. This is for Kira, Liam, and me. But I'll go like up here. Yeah, because that's the safe amount that Anthony William recommends. Yeah, and I cannot organic is like 4 or 5 times the price. So the celery that I buy is conventional, and I still see the results and I still see the benefits. Approximate price is anywhere between $2.50 to $3. Okay, so that's actually how much 2 whole celery juice will yield me, just over 32 ounces. So I have reverse osmosis water. So this is tap water. This is reverse osmosis.
Okay.
I then use, this came with the omega-3 cold press juicer. It's to clean the machine. But what I do with this is I will clean the celery stalks because they're soil. So I'll clean them individual ones.
Okay.
When I do this, I get myself into a meditative state. I just, am thankful that I have access to celery. It's affordable. I can buy it. It's right next to me. There's so many shops that sells it. And I'm thankful that the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, has given me the opportunity to help me heal myself through celery. And that puts me in a state of deep reverence and gratitude for life in itself. And yeah, that's pretty much how I feel every morning when I'm doing celery, because I'm fully aware that there are people in Africa or third world countries who, even if they want to heal, don't have the money, don't have their access. Some people have all the money in the world, but they can't find healing foods. Some people, the healing food is right in front of their face. It's right there, but they don't have the money for it. But I am so blessed to be in a position where I have the means, the financial, I can afford it, and it's accessible to me. I can buy it. It's local. To be in that position is so, very lucky. You're very blessed to be in that position. Yeah. So that's why that alone makes me feel like,
What I was going to say to you is that my neighbors, they grow a lot of their own food. My father-in-law in Jamaica, he's got everything.
Karen, you're faint, your voice.
Okay, so I'm saying, so you can't hear me, but then when this is, it'll be like I'm shouting when we're doing the replay. So what I'm saying is that many people, are now looking at growing their own food. Yeah. So what you're doing and showing the audience would encourage people to do what you're doing. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you do your detox juice. All right.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you them. That's
okay.
That. Oh, now I can hear you clearly. Now you're good. Whatever you're doing, keep it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it was you moving your phone.
Oh, maybe. Okay, it's just me then. You see, I always think it's people, but it's me. That's just a human condition. It's always everyone's fault except them. Always. But I always at fault that it was me. It's okay, all good.
You're too funny. You're too funny.
No, but it's true. People always, it's easier pointing the fingers at other people because it hurts the egos and it dies every time you blame yourself. That's another way to weaken your mind. Every time you take ownership and you're willing to take charge in your mistake, can you feel the hurt that you feel inside? That's the ego dying every time. That's the ego dying every time.
Yep.
And
Right. it's like a as you get better at it, you notice it before it even comes in. You're like, oh, that's not for me. That's gonna go right past me.
Yeah. So this is, I'm gonna up to here, right? I measured there, it's like here. But then I'll just like, yes, I'm gonna use this one. It's easier for me. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
So is that a slow juicer?
Yes, it's a cold press. Yeah, it's a slow juicer. Yeah. Anthony Wheeler recommends this specific brand and this specific model.
Okay.
Yeah, because he said this is the only one that plastic rubs against plastic. All the other models, it's metal against plastic. So the metal rusts, you end up consuming it. That's why he recommends this brand and this model. Yeah, my brother bought one exactly like this as well. My brother is also on celery juice with me. Yeah.
So what does the celery juice do for you? Let everybody know.
It kills bacteria and viruses, removes heavy metal, anti-inflammation. It strengthens your, I can't even pronounce, hydrochloric acid in your tummy, so better digestion.
Okay.
And you know what, to be honest, from Anthony Williams, it pretty much any illness, disease you have, or anything you try to heal, whatever, celery juice is like a staple. It's like a staple. It's like rice to Asians. It's kind of like that. And when it comes to like, was I not meant to say that?
No, it's up to you. You just make me laugh.
You know, Asians and rice, we come together hand in hand. It's just that I'm so whacked out that I come with potatoes. It's Mandy and potatoes. Yeah. But you know what it's like? It's like Italians and their pastas, yeah? Then you got like Asians with their rice, right? And then you got Mandys with their potatoes and their celery. You know what's funny? Every time my family invites me to go to a restaurant, I'll actually pack my own potatoes, I'll dice it, and I'll bring it along with me, right? One time it was my brother's birthday, his friend came along, and there was a baby next to me, right? And then he came home, he goes to his wife, Mandy was eating all of the baby's food. She was eating all of the baby's potato. What the hell the baby was supposed to eat? And then he realized that his potatoes were mine, not the baby's. It's like, who the hell packs potatoes? Mandy packs potatoes.
So I'm seeing how that's working then. So the pulp comes out the front, and right, it looks really good. So I want you to
look at that. Look how
is that really dry?
Yes,
is it really dry?
Yes, which means you're getting more yield for your money's worth. See,
okay.
It's really, really dry. It's like, and I have a compost bin. Guys, if you're eating clean, you should have a compost because you're giving back to Mother Nature. If you're eating clean, you should have a garden and you should compost because the amount of vegetables and fruits, peels, skin and everything that you have can go to your compost. And then it can go to your garden. It's like a full ecosystem. I haven't been composting because I did compost for a while, and there's lots of flies, so I stopped. So I'm just letting whatever in my compost to just break down now. But it's.
So you get your workout as well, don't you?
Yeah, but Karen, do you see how you said that your salary was big?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you juice it becomes very. Yeah, let's just see how this goes.
Very green.
Yeah, okay, so the reason why it's very green is because I actually use the leaf. A lot of people, Anthony Williams, in his videos, he doesn't use the leaf, and some people don't. That's why it comes out really light. But the leaf has a lot of healing benefits. But because of the healing benefits, it's very bitter, very bitter. So a lot of people check out the leaf. Whereas for me, like I'm so hardcore, it's like I don't give a shit if it tastes bad. If it's good for me, I'll just not think about it and I scull it. And it's really yucky and bitter, but it's like, you know what? Not everything that is it's kind of like learn to love yourself enough to have self-discipline, you know, and to yeah. So why would I chuck away gold? This is gold. Like it's healing. So it's very bitter. For my girls, I don't put them leaves. I sacrifice myself and I give them all the salt and I drink all the leaves. Because if I was to give them leaves, it would be so bitter they couldn't take it. So when I do it for them, I make sure like I give theirs all the salt and then whatever that's left, I will use the leaf for me. Yeah. So yeah, Karen, if you're gonna juice, if you can handle it, do the leaf as well because it's very healing.
I started using the leaf because you told me the last time. So because I'm used to drinking bitter teas, that's not a problem for me. And I found it was okay. But what I did do, I spice it up with ginger. I put ginger in and juice the ginger with it as well.
Yeah, but you know it's meant to be pure celery. Like, and if you, as soon as you add something else, the healing properties and what it's meant to do, you hinder it.
Okay. Well, I only did it once.
Okay, don't do that again. I say that with love and light because if you're gonna spend all that time juicing and buying celery, just do it the body. If you're gonna do it right. Otherwise, don't even bother. But that's
okay. Everybody's getting to see your character now. Yeah. Don't even bother. You're not doing it.
People look at me like, oh, she's so cute, she's so petite. I can be a motherfucking dog's breakfast if you want. Like, just I'll stop swearing. I'll stop. Every time I swear, my daughter's like, Mom, don't swear. You gotta be sweet. You gotta be kind. We're gonna learn off you. You're our role model. Don't do that. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I won't do it again. Kira wants me to be a nice, elegant mother. Yeah, so when Kira's not there, I will go apeshit and swear to Lynn, and I'll be like, oh, that feels good, because I can't go around Kira, she tells me off. But Lynn, like, she's a teenager, she understands. So when I swear, she just laughs it off. But Kira, I have to be careful because she tells me off. She's like, Mum, don't do that. I'm gonna role model off you, and then I'm gonna start doing it, and it's so good.
Oh. Yeah. That's pure love there.
Yeah.
So do you drink the whole of that?
I'm gonna show you what I do after, okay? So it's actually pretty cool that you allow me the opportunity to show people how I do it because it's not I don't just drink it straight up. I'll show you exactly what I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So it looks like I do have leftover celery. Usually I've been using 2, but I said to you already that's 32 ounce. So I'm just gonna do a bit more. Just one more salt, I think. Yeah, and then I'll show you the leftover. Okay. So this is the leftover I have. That's all I have left.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna leave this for tomorrow's match. This looks like it's gonna get off soon, so I'll put it in so not to waste it. It looks like it's gonna get off. Okay, cool. Okay. Now what I do is see with this machine, it actually comes with a special nozzle purely for celery stalks, which actually makes this even drier, which means it yields more. But because I'm using the leaf part, I'm using the generic nozzle. See this? When you buy this machine, there's another version and it's green. That is specifically for celery stalk. It squeezes, it basically squeezes more juice out, so you get more juice. But because I use the leaf, it's not designed for that, the other one. So I use the generic one. And yeah. So there is a bit of particles, like bits and pieces. So what I do is I pour it into this massive, this old teapot that I have that is like 1.5 liter, I think. Can you see that?
I can see it. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I like pour it in.
Wow, that looks really wholesome.
There. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I get my jug. This jug right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I use this. And then now you will see those what do you call them, Karen? There's bits and pieces.
Now you're asking me. It's a pulp.
Pulp. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
It's like it went past my head. Like the word went past my head. There, the pulp.
Yeah. So basically, because I want to scull it pure juice, I want to get rid of the pulp. Yeah. So this is like, I pretty much do this every morning. It's like,
that's dedication, my love. That's dedication.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Like, I've been granted with such a beautiful body. Like, I'm not even talking about physical, just a body, to experience this. Like, you know, my body has allowed me to feel pain and carried me through pain. This is the least I can do for it. It's because you say you value your body, you say you love your body, show it with your actions, because you put money where your mouth is, mate. You know what I mean? That's why, like, you put your money where
she's telling you. She's telling you.
Yeah, you say you love your body, go fucking eat your salad. Don't go eat like processed food and go, I love my body. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, your permanent home is your body while you're on earth. Why are you not taking care of your permanent home? It just doesn't make sense. So for me, it's just a norm. All right. So
is it bitter? So you'll drink all of that?
Mm.
Down. While you're doing that, I'm just gonna.
Because I'm really thirsty in the morning, so I will drink that, and then I'll rest for like I drink that much.
Okay.
And then I will clean the machine, and then I will go back and drink, and then I will clean around, then I'll drink. Yeah. Do you want me to show them how to clean the machine?
Yes, please. I want you to, and also to tell us what the machine is again.
Oh, is someone asking?
Not that I can see right now, but I know that people are going to ask me, and so I'll say, if you listen to the video, you'll know.
Oh, it's the Omega Juicer, and the model is. Can I ask them just to go Instagram and check out Medical Medium, because he will give them the model number. And it's good that I'm saying this, because then it will actually, because when they go to Medical Medium, it'll open their eyes to fruit and vegetables. So that's good.
Yeah, I've watched him. Yeah, he's just like you. He's radical like you. He is. Yeah.
He's like you fucking do that shit like that. And you're like you dumb what? Like, you want to get sick? Go eat your body pork. You want to die? Go eat your things like that. It's like, the thing is, it takes a strong person to be able to handle truth right in the fucking face. That's what it's like. And so if you can't handle truth, I ain't got time for you. Go talk to someone else at your level, because I'm at a point in my life where I've got 2 girls to take care of, and I want to be the best version of myself, and it's like, I ain't got time to waste. Having said that, if I feel inspired to inspire you, and I feel like you're learning, I want to help those who help themselves. Okay. That's the kind of people I want to surround with. If you want help and you're coming to me and I can see that you're absorbing it and you're benefiting from it, that gives me life. That literally gives me life. But if you come to me for help and I tell you and you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm too lazy, like, fuck off, don't talk to me. Like, it means that, basically it means that you're a talker. You're a bullshit talker. How can you come to me and go, Mandy, I want help. I can take salary. But I don't like salary. Well, fuck off then. Like, how can you help yourself if you don't have, because, sorry, but when you want to help yourself and you want to grow, self-discipline is number 1. Being honest to yourself is number 2. If you haven't got that too, I don't care what you say, you're not ready for growth, because growth requires self-discipline and honesty to oneself. Yeah, that's how it, yeah. So I know I might come across as tough, but that's the truth, mate. Like, you know, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
I think you said it all, love. I think you said it all. People when they listen back to this, they'll be like, oh, 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 ah.
And that's what, okay. And when you guys go, oh, or whatever you do, that's your ego dying. Allow it to die. Embrace that hurt and pain. Because when you embrace it, you allow it to release. So for all those viewers, every time Mandy triggers you, oh shit, that was a shoot, but that hit. Oh shit, that's a shoot, but that hit. Every time your ego dies, your spirit steps into power. A lot of people losing their ego and the spirit is down here. What you want to do, babe, when the ego dies, the spirit goes up. When the ego dies, spirit goes up. Yeah, I think healthy is like this. The spirit is a bit higher than I think as long as we're on earth, I think the ego should be there but low. But I think your spirit should guide you. But the only way your spirit to guide you and you to live in your spirit is your I don't know, like for me it's like that. And so it's kind of like your ego dies, your spirit steps up. Your ego dies, your spirit steps up. That's how it works. But anytime your spirit dies, you gotta feel uncomfortable. You gotta feel hurt. What is dying? Dying is death. So you're gonna feel that death in you because your ego is dying. So don't be scared. Have this underlying joy and liberation because you know, my ego is dying. That means I'm gonna live more as my spirit. Yeah.
So let me throw something in here now when you talk about the ego's dying. So what about the fight and flight of ego, where the ego protects you from something that's dangerous? What would you say about that?
I actually think that's the spirit.
Like, you actually think, go on then.
It's kind of like this this analogy, yeah. If you put your hand on a pot and you get burnt, you ain't gonna do it next time because you learned your lesson. So it's like I've been divorced before. The next time I don't think I ever, but if I ever get married again, I'm gonna be careful. That's my spirit, mate. That's my spirit protecting me. I think that's it. I think that flight and fight response, you're talking about old Earth. This is new Earth. Old Earth was like bear attack bear, an eye for an eye, everyone's die. You know, it's like in the wild when you had to kill to survive. That is 100% ego. But on new Earth, on fifth dimension, these days, fight and flight would be from the spirit. More like, oh, I'm not gonna enter this relationship because I don't want to get hurt. Let me get to know him. Let me see how he fits into my life. I think that's still fight and flight because I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I just think on new Earth, there's no you should be acting in love. There's no fear involved because you don't need to kill someone to survive. That is like old Earth, you know, the third dimension when people had to kill to survive. But in new Earth, you just need to eat fruit and vegetables to survive. That's love. So I think like that fight and flight is like it's kind of like adjusting to new Earth. So drop that old skin off. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, and it is at the moment. I'm just saying hi to our one of our guests. So it says Facebook user, so I don't know who that is, but hi, thank you for joining us. At the moment, we're all feeling this different vibration, and it's like a reset. Yeah, it's like a reset button. So where we're all down in the valley, going through the trials and tribulations, and as you said, those of us who are willing to face ourselves and face the shadow side, we will learn and rise, and our spirit rises up. Yeah. It's difficult because there's so many. You could say, as you say, if you're not interested, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's more people that need more time because they that's all they know. They've just been conditioned, and so you have to pour loads of love into them. And so,
you know, sorry.
I was gonna say you have to pour loads of love into them, even to the point of maybe sometimes even frustration for yourself, because They can't do the light touch. The light touch doesn't work with them.
I think that if you're dealing with someone and you're feeling frustrated, you're not honoring yourself. Because if you said it yourself, I feel frustrated. Your body is your GPS. If your body's feeling frustrated, your body's telling me, Karen, I don't like it. I don't like it, Karen. It's not serving me. You learn to choose yourself, set boundaries, and walk away. So this is the thing. See, I'll say it again. Action speaks louder than word. You can talk as much as you want, but your action speaks so loudly, I can't hear what the fuck you're saying. That's just how it is. And so, when I say I honor my body, I literally honor my body. When I'm in a conversation or relationship, friendship, whatever, and they are making me frustrated, they're making me feel anger, I'll sit with that feeling at home in silence, and I'll ask myself, why do I feel this? And if it says, and if I get the vibe that, oh, it's because it's triggering your trauma, it's there to heal, I would still engage in that relationship because I can still there's more growth. But if an inner voice tells me they're fucking annoying, they're like bringing you down. They actually don't want anything from you. Like they actually don't want to be inspired by you. They just want like sex from you. Like they just want to, you know what I mean? Like you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm leaving. Can you see? Like,
okay.
I feel frustrated. I feel anger, and I need silence. I need space and time to decipher that feeling. And so I will console myself. Why do I feel this way? Oh, because they're triggering a share of yours that is impatience. So keep on dealing with them. So you can learn patience. You can break through impatience and be patient. But if the vibe is like that guy just wants sex from you, he is actually not interested in healing. He's pretending he is to get in your pants. Oh fuck that, I'm leaving. But you see what I'm trying to say. Honor your and there's no fight and flight, because fight and flight implies there's no time and there's no patience. It has to be action now. But I think in New Earth, with new vibrations and higher consciousness, you need time, you need space to decipher. But I understand, I'm talking from my perspective and my level of growth. Another audience may not be at this level yet. I wouldn't even say level, because that just sounds so condescending.
Understanding. Understanding or awareness.
Yeah, it might not be at this awareness or understanding. So they might still operate under fight and flight. That's okay, babe. One step at a time. As long as you are always striving to work on yourself, being a better version of yourself, that is good. Because like I said before, we are constantly in movement. You're either going up or you're going down. As long as you're going up, I don't care what level of awareness, what level of understanding you have, you're fucking killing it. That's what you're doing. But if you're going down, I know, I feel sorry for you. Yeah. I know what else to say.
I didn't even realise how much you drunk of that already. Wow. So what would you have after this?
So depending on what batch of celery it is, it will be powerful. When it's like really heavily conventional, I won't go toilet. It won't be as bitter. When it's like clean celery, if the bitterness is more stronger, within half an hour, I actually go to toilet. Like it's actually detoxing my body. It's getting rid of the crap.
Okay.
After half an hour to 40 minutes, I then have tea. Oh my God, Karen, I'm going to show you this beautiful tea. I think it actually opens the crown chakra. You know, purple.
I was watching you. Oh, yeah. What is that?
Oh, wow. It's so it's I've got it here. It is blue butterfly pea flower tea. So a few years ago, I said to myself, I want to eat the rainbow. I want to eat every color, because every color resonates with a healing energy, right? I found every single color. I couldn't find blue. And I was like, even blueberries don't qualify as blue in my standard, because when you look at the blueberry, it's fucking purple. It's purple. It's not blue. Okay? It's like, do not be delusional and call it fucking blue when it's purple. It's clearly purple. Okay?
Hang on a second. Disclaimer. I should have done a disclaimer at the beginning of this conversation. But she's raw. She tells you like it is. That's what I love about her. We laugh often. So you found blue. So what are you going to do? Send me some for the post.
Oh yeah, I should, yeah. But,
Yeah, you should.
oh my God, the first batch is like so blue and purple. I'm like, oh my God, it's, hey, but what chakra is the shade of blue?
Your throat.
My throat. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so your throat, and actually, today I had a reading done, and they said that my throat chakra is blocked, and so I'll be looking forward to receiving some of that quite soon.
I'd look. You know what I would do? I would order it online and direct it to your address. I wouldn't order it to my address and give it to you.
I know. All right. I'm holding you to it. So
yeah,
how does it taste? How does it taste?
Oh my God, I don't know. It tastes like a flower because look how beautiful that is.
Oh wow.
Oh, and oh my God, the first one is blue and purple. This is the second one, and I'll show you. I'll show you when it's diluted. It's so beautiful. I'll show you, Karen. I'll do it now. Okay. Wow. So what I do is when you drink filtered water or any water, it's dead water, because by the time it goes through the tap systems and everything, there's no life to it. So how you bring life, like healing energy, back into your water and revitalize it, you put it in a glass, you put it out the sun. And what I do, I'm so lucky. I live in an apartment but high. So because I wake up before the sunrise, every single morning I get to see the sunrise, and it's so beautiful. So I would wake up, put this jug outside my balcony, and my intention is for the sunrise to infuse and revitalize my water with life. Wow. I know this through Anthony William. Anthony William has a website, and he doesn't advertise this. You don't really know this unless you're really into him. Anthony William has a website. If you type in medical medium, he actually gives you training modules to heal your mind, body, and spirit. There's like 11 or 9. One topic will be on water. One topic will be on vegetables. One topic will be on your purpose. Yeah. And it's free. It's free. And so because this is the thing, you want to live, you want to be life and love, right? You are what you eat, you are what you consume. So water, essentially, when it comes to you, is dead. Although it was from the springs, the ocean, whatever it is, by the time it goes through the tap systems and reverse osmosis, whatever, it's dead. It's been too heavily processed or whatever it is, so it's dead. So you need to bring life back into it. You can do that from what I remember 2 ways. Let the sun, even if you don't have access to the sun, just in my eyes, if it's not dark, the sun is out, even if it's cloudy. Because think about it, it's dark because the sun is not out. So if there's light, just put it on your, or squeeze a bit of lemon or sun brings back life to your water. And so I tell my girls, if you're gonna drink water, drink it from the jug, because because the sun has given the water life. So everything that I do, my daughter, I explain to my daughter, they know everything. They have accepted the fact that Mama is woo-woo and cuckoo. Leah has told me, Mom, you're like a book. I go, what do you mean? She goes to me, a guy will like you because they think you're small and cute. But as soon as they open your book, they'll be like, you're so fucking cool. They're scared of you. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I like me. So that's okay. And then she goes to me, she goes, Mom, you're like a sheep. You're like a wolf, but not a cool wolf, a lonely wolf. You don't just do things by yourself, and you just think you're weird. You're not like a sheep. You don't do everything else that people do. I'm like, yeah, I like that. So what? I'm a wolf. You know? She goes, you're not cool. You're like crazy. You're like a crazy wolf, like a really lonely crazy wolf. But she doesn't realize how much I love it. Yeah. So can you see how beautiful that is?
Wow.
Yes. And I know for a fact that color carries energy, especially if it's from nature. And so when I consume this, the deep reverence I feel, and the fact that the universe allowed me to come across this. For my birthday, my sister-in-law bought me a whole bunch of tea. One of them was called Flower Power. I didn't use it. My daughter used it, and she goes, Mom, look at the color, it's so pretty. It was like really beautiful green and aqua. And one day I looked at it, it was like blue. I'm like, why is it so beautiful? I went back to the same store. I saw the ingredients blue, like blue flower thing. I'm like, that's that thing, that's the one, that's the one. So I researched on the website, and then So you see how funny the universe works? Because a few years back, I was like, I want to consume blue. I'm ready to consume blue. Give me blue. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna accept blueberries as blue. It ain't blue.
Wow. Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. So I think maybe after this conversation, or maybe tomorrow, because it's 6:30. I have work at 7:15. Let's discuss on the side your address and stuff, so I can get you this.
Okay, my darling.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So as we're finishing up and you're gonna go, right? So remember, I was gonna let you do the little bit of usually I do a little bit of a breath meditation to bring us down. I can see your celery around you. You got celery. You got a celery smile.
Yeah. Every morning, my girl's like, "Mom, you." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I don't care." Yep. Yeah. I got that.
So I'm inviting you to bring this conversation to a close. However, with meditation, with an affirmation, or whatever it is you would like to do. So I want to thank everybody for when you do watch this on the replay. I hope you get a lot from it. And again, the disclaimer.
Oh, babe, let me tell you something. Those who don't vibe, I was going to say, if they don't vibe you, they're not meant to be here.
Okay, true.
You know what I mean? Because those who vibe me will be those who can take it. They can fucking take it. That's the people I want. You know what I mean? But if they can't take it, they need to go. They need to be, and that's actually beautiful and natural. It's actually beautiful and natural because you resonate with what you're willing. You know, I can't be bothered, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's all right now. Yeah, that's it. So, so you're bringing us to a close. So I'm going to say to everybody, you can see so much more of what Pono Quest and the Pono family offer. Let me just put that up so that they can see. Here we go. So, yep. So on ponoquest.com, there's so many more courses or conversations that we're having as Pono coaches. We cover so much about the life, engaging with self-empowerment, self-love, and also we have vocational courses where you can learn about business, film and technology. There's so much on it. So check out ponoquest.com. Thank you for being here, and I'm handing over to Mandy to take us out.
Karen, I think you're amazing, and I felt like in the start of the video of that podcast, you made it sound out like I was an inspiration to you, and I was the amazing one. You are the amazing one. You are the inspirational one. You are the one that walked me through my pain. You're the one that gave me the courage, the encouragement, the wisdom, the advice. It was you. I am where I am because you are part of my journey. You helped me to grow. And I am like I feel like our relationship, you're the one that's leading me, not me leading you. You're the one who's leading me, because every time I have something, I need advice, I come to you and you're like, do this, and you call me out on my bullshit so bad, Mandy. I think it's like, you know what I mean? So you think I'm a badass, you're a badass. It's just that you're a badass with a beautiful avatar and a gentle classy. I'm like a badass with like I'm dog's breakfast, you know?
Thank you, my darling. Thank you for that.
That's okay. So yeah, that's it. Like, bye everyone.
Oh, so I look forward to, well, because it's 9:30 here. What time is it there for you? So this is Friday for you, Thursday for me.
Yeah, what, Thursday 9:30 p.m.
Yes, for me. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. It is 6:30 a.m. So after this, I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna go jump on the trampoline for 20 minutes. What?
Yeah.
Do you want to see? Oh my God, let's just. So I have a. I don't know if I can. Hang on 1 second. Is there a way of like reversing this camera? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
trying. No, stop it. Don't worry.
I can see. I saw it. I saw the trampoline. I saw the trampoline.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, and then oh my God, Karen, we're gonna catch a sunrise together.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay,
Look how beautiful that view is.
I love a sunrise. It's frozen.
Can you see that view?
I can see it now. I can see it.
Yeah, so because I wake up when it's dark before the sun comes out, every morning I see the sunrise and it's so beautiful. So after salary, I jump on the trampoline while watching YouTube video music, and I will sing along like karaoke while I jump for 20 minutes. Then I will. Now that's what I do. Like every morning, I have my salary, I jump, but only on the week that I don't have my girls. I don't go on the trampoline when I have my girls. I don't have time. I need to take care of them. Then I put the trampoline away, and then I will work. This is my workspace. I'm gonna show you 360 degrees of my apartment.
Okay.
That's my workspace. And I have affirmations and notes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like just stuff, random stuff. And then here, I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to let you see. That's my affirmation. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes. So every day
I love
when
my
I'm
body.
typing,
I love my body.
I love my body. I respect my body. I accept my body, because I, like most women, have body issues as well. And so therefore I need to remind myself that I love my body and that I respect my body. So every day when I'm typing, I'm like, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself.
Oh wow.
That's my girls. That's Kira's artwork. Yeah. Then so that's my workspace.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, back to the sunrise.
Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. And then what I do is I put my so I put my jug of water. I have a table. I put my jug of water out there, and then you guys gonna think I'm woohoo, but I'm like, oh, angel of sun, can you infuse my water with light? Because Anthony William actually tells you that there's actually different angels. There's like angel of mercy, angel of compassion, and if you don't know what angels, even saying angels enough, so I won't say it out loud. I'll be like angel of sun. It will work anyway, but the fact that you're saying it is a bit more. I wouldn't even say more powerful. It's just like they know that you're aware. It's
Confirmation. Of confirmation and acknowledgement.
Yeah. So
oh wow, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. We can't go out on the balcony with you.
Of course we can. And then everyone can hear the birds. Everyone can hear the birds.
See,
this is my room. This is my bedroom. Yep. I love having a queen size. I have a queen. I sleep this queen. I love it because the older one will be on one side, the younger one be on the other side. So sometimes 3 of us will sleep together.
Aww.
Yeah. So, and this is where I put the infused water, right on this table.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh my goodness.
Can you hear the
How beautiful is that? It's frozen, but it's frozen in a good place.
There.
Oh wow.
Hang on, I do like.
Oh, it's coming. Wow, it's big.
Yeah, it's big. I'm very fortunate. Yeah. So how beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you, my darling.
Did you hear like the bird and the bird and all that?
No, I didn't. I was so focused on the sun. I was so focused on the sun.
Oh no, the sun's not out. The sun's not. It's not rising yet. It's just
the reflection or the.
like Karen, you can literally every morning, and I can't capture on video. I've tried, but I can't. I can see this. I can actually see the circle sun coming up, like actually the circle sun, and then light radiating off it, and the sky horizon changes, and it's so vivid. And I want to capture on video, but the video, it doesn't capture the circle sun that I see, and how the light expands out of that defined circle, and how the horizon color. It doesn't capture the real life. You need to be here in real life, and every morning I'm blessed with this view. And so it's like people like, you're an amazing mum for waking up early, cooking your girls breakfast. I'm like, you don't know what you're missing out on, mate. You know? Like, they feel sorry for me, and I'm like, you feel sorry for me? People pay millions to see, go holidays to see this shit. I see this shit every day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then sometimes the sky is like purple and pink, and I'm like, isn't that? Huh?
I can see it now. I can see the pink and the purple. It's beautiful.
No, Karen, you're seeing it as pink as purple, but I'm seeing it as like orange and blue. But can you see how the camera doesn't capture the real the real thing? Yeah. But it's still beautiful, but it doesn't capture what I see. Yeah. So that's why that's why some people think I have a hard life, but that is your perception based on how you would feel if you were put in my position. That's your perception. But God damn, I feel blessed. Like, I wouldn't trade my life for anyone else. I own that shit. I own my trauma. I own my pain. I own my experience because I took myself out of it. So I own my life. Yeah. So, yeah. Can I show you my girl's bedroom?
Go on then. Go on. I'm thinking about you starting work.
Can I show you my girl's bedroom?
Oh, yeah.
Give you a house tour. All right. So that is the dining, right? And that's the bathroom. My proudest achievement is my girl's bedroom. The fact that I can provide for them makes me feel so successful. This is Kira's study space, right? So that's and she's in, that's her study space, and that's her. Yep. And then, so you can really tell that Kira is like in the unicorn phase now.
Okay.
And that is Liang. And Liang, you can tell she's a teenager because there's a bit of black here and there. Just that. Yeah. You can tell, a teenager, and that's the mirror. Yeah. And then like go a little, it's like a unicorn, and then like, I am going through teenage. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. But she's still got a bit of mama magic, because then she's got like this blue cloud. Yeah. So when I look at my girl's room, I feel like, man, Mandy, like you can provide for your girl. That gives me confidence, like real confidence. Yeah. Yeah.
This has been great, right? This has been great. You better go. I could be here all night. I can meet you in the morning.
All right. I think I better go jump on the trampoline. I gotta clean the celery juice and jump on the trampoline. Yeah.
And I'll send you hugs. I'll send you big hugs. And I'll speak to you later.
Yeah, if you can call me like call me like when I finish work, or in the morning of my hours, and we can discuss the flowers.
Like I spoke to you this morning. It was about 7 o'clock in the evening for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like the last time we spoke before that time, and then let's organize me getting you that, because I want to get you that. Thank you.
And then I can show you. Actually, before you go, let me just show you something. It's been I was trying to unwrap it before the show. It's been made for me. It's a special cup for complete love, and it's just been fired in the kiln. Hang on, it's coming. Hold on,
Karen. I'm just checking myself out while I'm checking myself. I'm taking the selfie while you're talking, because that's just what I do.
Hang on, you can't see it properly, can you?
I can see why.
It's got hearts on it. It's got hearts.
Was it?
Will you hold it? Yeah, it's like
that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you can see the hearts now. Yeah.
I can see white, but that's cool.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, send us a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right, my darling.
You know what? I haven't dressed up for such a long time, but I dressed up in office clothes, and now and after this I'm gonna go back to track pants and jumper.
All right, my darling.
Bye bye. See ya. Bye.
Namaste. Love you too.
Bye. Bye.